He patrols the streets of Portland when he can. He's been at it for several years, adding to his look along the way, going with blue. It started with a letter.
I wanted to use a Z. I figured, it's kind of like a reverse Superman kind of thing. I think why I did it, and I think why a lot of people are doing it, is because they're engaging in their creativity.
This is Zetaman, a leader in the real-life American superhero movement. He's not crazy, just a guy who grew up with comic books and who has a talent for drawing his own and wanting to help his community.
I'm not like, a great, physical specimen or anything else.
But he is trained in first aid and CPR. Despite all the garb, Ilya King is a mild-mannered guy who says he'd rather be called a costumed activist.
Just some foot powder, deodorant, little first aid kits, mouthwash.
One of Zetaman's top causes is helping the homeless. In Portland, there is no shortage of need he and a small group of other costume crusaders reach. Zetaman says he's impressed by the giving ways of Portlanders, most who don't costume up.
I've come across just normal people every day, just plainclothes people doing it just middle of the night, handing out food and blankets and whatnot too. So I'm not the only one. I'm just wearing something different.
And getting attention for it. Much of this footage, including some from a superhero trip to save Seattle, is shot by a local production company looking to get a reality TV show deal. You can already catch Zetaman TV on the web.
And the guy who filmed it came up to me and said, hey, I want to do a reality show about you. And I'm like, well, I'm kind of boring. Okay, whatever. Go for it.
A French documentary crew recently followed Zetaman around for a while, seeing what this American superhero thing's all about. From neighborhood patrols to supporting good causes, like the March of Dimes, March for Babies, the superhero figures the costume helps promote the idea of doing good deeds. On the streets of Portland, where weird is often the norm, the guy in blue doesn't always even get a look, but some do ask.
Just wondering what you're doing.
I am Portland's costume activist, Zetaman.
I think that's great. I don't think you really have to dress up to help people, but it's nice.
It's a little much, but do you ride a bike? Or, what makes you wear all of the padding?
Critiques on the costume, but kudos for the effort.
Anything that helps people in the community is always a good thing, especially for the homeless people in weather like this.
As for Zetaman, he'll continue to do his humanitarian work and leave the hardcore stuff to the pros.
I think our police officers and our first responders, they're a great resource. They are the real superheroes. So I'm just a guy with a Z on my chest.
In Portland, Tim Gordon, Koin Local 6.